on to our concerns, because that's kind of like what we want. But on the flip side, what we don't want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are our concerns? What are we scared about for this movie?
The number one that I was scared about was what I just mentioned. So it's good that we led into that. It's the whole thing that Spider-Man should have been in the middle, but I haven't seen the movie yet, right? So but I want to see what they do with it. But that is one of my concerns. The fact that they did it this way. Black Panther is now that role, and they have Spider-Man acting.
But is he that role?
But we don't know. We don't know,
yeah, exactly.
right? That's just what the internet has kind of like in general
it just
said.
makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is number 3. So the third movie
is always
it's the curse of threes.
Oh
the
my
curse of the
God.
3. That's what I call it. That's
The
that's a
worst.
term that I'm coining here at Cinema Circle that we're going to be using.
Yeah.
The curse of the 3. It's
Every
the third
third
flick
movie.
most in the 90s.
Yeah.
They suck or they're just incredibly weaker than the previous installments. So that's where I'm a little worried. You know, it's always in my head, always.
But where we
You
have
know?
hope with
Ever
that,
since Alien 3, I was like
Scream 3,
You know?
Alien 3, X-Men 3,
T3.
T3, Iron Man 3. There's so many 3s that are horrible. Godfather 3. The fact that it is the Russo brothers' second one, though. It's not their third one. So that's where we could kind of be like, okay,
Absolutely.
feel a little bit better. You know what I mean?
These guys know what they're doing, so it may not even the rules may not even apply
To them, yeah.
as Randy would say.
100%. I
You know, like they know what they're doing. Guys
yeah.
who know what they're doing, the rule of 3s doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rule of doesn't apply to James Cameron. Doesn't apply to the greats. Doesn't apply to Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
actually, you know what?
The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones
Wes
was
Craven
insane.
Did do Scream 3. No, did Wes Craven? Yeah, Wes
Yeah.
Craven did do. It's just the writer was different. So,
Yeah.
Anyways.
But that makes a big
So-
difference.
Yeah, it makes it.
I think that's a good point that you're saying. The directors.
Yeah.
Sure.
My major concern is I don't want to feel like I'm watching an Avengers movie.
Ah.
I don't want to
Yes.
feel like that. I want this to still feel like Captain America, right? With them all in it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I'm watching an Avengers movie, especially because I didn't really like Age of Ultron. You know what I mean? So I need them to keep that line clean. You know what I mean? That's one of my major concerns. That's probably my only concern, and that's a pretty big concern.
I concur.
Yeah.
I think there's an established tone in that universe or in that world of Captain America. So yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, so my concerns for this movie is in that first trailer, it seemed like the story was focusing a lot on Bucky, right? Now, it made me feel like, okay, the government is after Bucky. Bucky did some stuff, and then, Steve Rogers, he's all like, oh, but, Bucky's my friend, right? Like, I know, we were cool, whatever, but he's my friend. And it's just like, and I was looking at it like, really? I'm like, is Bucky the reason why y'all are fighting? Like Bucky may have done something to you. Like, okay, so you're Tony, right? Bucky may have done something to you.
Yeah.
But what do you do to her?
So that was your impression from that trailer?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, so is Bucky enough to split the team in half?
Yeah.
You just, like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand you're coming, from decades ago. You're coming with him from 19 how long, right? But, like, now it's like you're splitting up your team because of one man. Is the relationship really that heavy? Have we really, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
No,
that's what
I
you're
understand.
I'm concerned about it. This movie, it better not be, I understand that they want to give it a personal feel, but it's not heavy enough to split the team over Bucky.
But they had to. It's probably going to be, honestly, dude, the way I pictured it in my head, it's going to be like the first quarter or less than that of the movie. Because they have to tie up those ends from part 2 from the Winter Soldier still.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see any of that. It's like,
we're
going to go find him. And that's it.
Yeah,
we didn't see anything in
definitely
between.
have to,
So they're going to have to do probably the first quarter or so with the whole Bucky thing. And then it'll go into the background for the rest of the characters to come in. But
And
I don't want it
I
to
think
be
it's gonna
what
be
you're
the
saying.
least. I think it's gonna be
that's
the least.
going to be the least of it.
Yeah.
I also want them to touch on Iron Man and Hulk destroying Wakanda, right? When Black Panther comes. You know what I mean?
I think that's how they're going to get tie in because
I think that's why he comes.
The character, that's why. Yeah,
I think that's why he comes to America.
He's what is
That's
he?
what he-
A
that's
political
there,
a
yeah.
political leader.
Yeah.
So I think that's how you're gonna.
He's the leader of a
You're
nation.
gonna bring him in
Yeah.
to this whole thing. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's close this off. Our final thoughts and what we think. What did you think about them showing Spider-Man? What did you think about some of the scenes that you saw in that movie? What is getting you excited from the scenes that you saw?
Seeing Spider-Man definitely gave a little more, like, up the ante. You know what I mean? Because now we're gonna see Spider-Man, who we've never seen in the same space as the other Marvel characters.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
He's home.
Yeah, he's home. He's home. So hopefully he's home, for good. He's here to stay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the trailers were good. I think them waiting to release the trailers was a good way to up the ante, like, make people more excited for the film. It made me a little more excited too.
What did you think about the trailers?
They only released 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love that. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm not on these trailers. Like the marketing, I love posters. I'm a collector. I love the movie posters, but as far as trailers, I don't actively seek them out. And I think that I love the fact that they only did 2. They kept showing that first one for a long time, and then recently, around Batman versus Superman, they released that second one, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. It shows me confidence. It shows me that you're not giving the whole movie away. Now, that said, you asked about Spider-Man. I really, honestly, didn't need to see him. I understand why it's in there.
Yeah.
It's a marketing, not ploy, but it's on purpose. It's a move that they made on purpose because there are Spider-Man fans who don't like the Avengers. So if they didn't know, if there are people out there who didn't know he was going to be in this film, they get those asses in the seats.
Oh yeah. Asses in the
So
seats.
I understand why they didn't. I let them off. I'm like, okay, whatever. He comes in 2 seconds at the end or whatever. I get it. But I love it. I like that they didn't overdo it.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you. I like that they didn't overdo it. Usually I try and stay away from trailers. I like to watch the first one. The second one, I try and stay away from the third one. With this one, if they release anything else, I'm not watching it. I'm already sold. They already got me. One of the scenes that I thought was so compelling in the trailers was when they were all sitting around the boardroom when Thunderbolt Ross was talking to them about showing them all the clips of everywhere that they blew up, basically, and that they destroyed. And you can see that they were like a little hurt and whatever. And Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, when they showed the place where her brother died, she kind of like put her head down. Like, it was just like, I felt, this is like, that second trailer was where I felt that emotion. I'm like, you know what? I could be getting something here. All right.
I remember that call.
Oh God!
Right after he watched it.
I was like, I'm like, I'm getting that emotion here. Like, maybe, like, I only seen Scarlet Witch in one movie, right? And I felt that there. Yeah. And they could just do that for the trailer. Like, if they could just do that for the trailer, imagine what the movie's gonna be. So I'm hoping that they continue on that path. Anyways, that will do it for this episode of Cinema Circle. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video.
Stuff,
And you can also follow us on Instagram at cinema_circle.
The stuff.
And if you have any questions for us, you can email us at cinemacircle1@gmail.com.
All right, we'll see you back here when we talk Civil War, when everybody has finally seen it. I'm so excited. Yeah. All right, from everyone here at Cinema Circle, stay blessed and always keep it 100.
Peace.
Oh my God!
Good job, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I know. Ass.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Also click like, share, and subscribe.